You've been taught that vaccines saved humanity. You were lied to.
That is a claim. How so?
Infectious disease deaths declined nearly 90% before vaccines were introduced, but nobody knows this.
What is primary care if not preventative care? I didn't realize that vaccines were a treatment for a disease you already got as opposed to making sure you didn't get it in the first place, meaning that you should not be looking at graphs of deaths. It would make more sense to see how many cases in general happened before the vaccine and after. Let's take measles, for example. You see this huge decline in deaths, and then the vaccine was introduced over here. But when you look at the number of measles cases, you see this cyclical change in the graph, and then here's where the vaccine was introduced, and then it stays low. Same thing with polio. You see the number of deaths already decreasing, and then here's the vaccine. But when you look at the number of polio cases, you see, again, this cyclical change. Here's where the vaccine gets introduced, and then it stays low. This highlights how useful vaccines are in preventative care.
Measles deaths had dropped 95% before the vaccine even existed. By 1950, antibiotics and nutrition had already won that war.
No, medicine won that war, but we don't stop at waiting for you to get the problem and then fix it. Let's make sure you didn't have it in the first place.
What happened that caused this massive decline in infectious disease? Sanitation. Cities stopped dumping human waste in drinking water. Countless diseases disappeared.
And that's called good public health policy. It's not... Vaccines are not the enemy like you're making them to seem by moving the goalpost. This is a gross misunderstanding of how to read science. You are purposely misleading people. Don't get scammed. Take back your health. Talk to an actual professional.